Hi everyone, this is Tuplex. Welcome back. I just set up an area down here to start making beacons in large quantities. I know we really need a copper outpost, but I think it would be more interesting to set up, or at least start to set up the circuit area with speed beacons. I'm kind of excited to see how well it works. So we'll do that first. And then when that's done, we'll go and set up another copper outpost. Or more than likely, I'll just do it offline. And then, in the next episode, hopefully we'll have it up and running and solve our copper shortage. So I just jumped on the circuit train. I brought it home a little bit before it got full, just so it could take us over to the base, or to the outpost rather. And we can work on laying out some circuit production with full speed beacons. I have 12 beacons on me. It's not going to be enough to do the whole area, but it'll be enough at least to come up with a layout that we're happy with, and get things rolling. So, where should I set this up? Oh, you know what? I still have level 2. I still have level 2 assemblers over here. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna have to get those fixed. I think I'll start right here. No, I won't. Actually, what I will do is replace these with blue assemblers, because I want the yellow ones, and I'll set it up next to this area to begin with, just so we can kind of get a proof of concept. Okay. So what I'm going to want to do is have a blue belt that's going to be copper. Let me move this radar. And we'll put it right here. Okay. And then, like we have here, we're going to have 2 assembly machines, and then this one here, and then 2 more. Like that. So these are going to be our copper wires, obviously. And that's going to be our circuit. Okay, so let's upgrade this to blues so we get the full throughput. All right. Love those upgraded turrets. There we go. All right, and now we're gonna have, I think we want to offset by 1 so that we can cover more machines with the beacons. So what's that? That's 5. And we'll experiment with this. We'll have to experiment with the placement. 3. So this one is, yeah, this one's being touched by 6. Which are what, these 3 and these 3. These are each in contact with 3. I think if we do that, we can get even more. That's 4 and 4. Okay, well, we'll just do it like this for now. This is actually not the right place for the belts. Here, I think... Yeah, I think we can do it... Let's see. I think we can do it like this, actually. Alright, let's try this. And then, how do we get these guys? With splitters? I think we need to run another... Yeah, and then I think we put splitters in between. Like that. No. Let's see, how do I feed this one? Actually, maybe we just do another... Maybe I just do another copper line here. Will that work? Yeah, we need to do it like that. No. No, we have to grab it on the inside. So I think this is... I think that's the correct arrangement. Let's just see if we can make it work this way to start with. Okay, so that'll be copper. And then how do I get the circuits out of here? No. We have to have inserters. Or we have to have splitters. Okay. I think we have to do it like that. Or we could bring it in like this. And pull it from there. Yeah, because these beacons have to be closer. These beacons have to be right up against. Otherwise this one won't get won't be affected by it. Yeah, so it's got to be like this. And then down the middle, we have like the circuits, whoops, coming out there. Like this. So we've got some weaving going on. And then using the red belt, we have the iron going like that. So circuits go on here and we pull iron off of there. Okay. So now we just have to figure out let's get a light in here. Yeah, so now we just have to figure out how to get the right, and for now we can just have the circuits coming out there. So now we just have to figure out how to get the copper over here. And I think it's got to be like that. I think we just have to have splitters. And if that's the case, then we can run this line up the outside. Let me move these turrets over to give us some more room. Yeah, I need more room than that even. Sorry, turrets, you gotta go. All right, let's get rid of some of that copper. All right, yeah, so then oops. There we go. Okay. So we put stack inserters. Everywhere. All right, and then let's get some iron. I might need to bring in a dedicated line, I'm not sure. There. Yeah. So this is the basic concept. Oops. All right, and I'll just use red belt to run this up and join it with the rest, just because we're just experimenting right now. There. Okay. Now when we start throwing modules in here. Alright, so this is... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. This is when it starts to get special. Okay, so this is affected... Yeah, so now we're affected by 10 sources. Oh, that's because we're including... Yeah, 4 modules and 3 beacons. I guess that 4th one. This one's affected by 7, 7, 7, and 7. Alright, well, let's start throwing the speed beacons in here. Or the speed modules, rather. Wow, that's fast. I think we're not pulling iron plate fast enough. Actually, we probably need a stack inserter on the output. Jeez. Look how fast that is. Yeah, so we've got 240% crafting speed. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, if we could just get these a little closer, we'd hit that other one too, and it would be even better. But yeah, this is the basic layout that we're going to be going with. Whoops. Whoa. Just throw in a couple lights. Alright, so let's grab these and set up another one on the other side. Or start to, anyway. We don't have enough beacons, but we can see how it works at least. Alright. There's 4 turrets. Hopefully that'll be enough for now. Alright. Yeah, so the other question is, how do I load the other side of this blue belt? Maybe I can't have opposing sets. But then I'm not sure how I would load the other side of this blue belt. Okay, well, let's see if we can figure that out. Alright, so let's set up another... No, that's not going to work. I can't jump the iron through there. I don't have enough room. Let's see something. It's hard to see the range of the beacon. Let's see. Yeah, it's just barely in range of these beacons. So I don't think I can do anything to give this more room without losing beacon coverage from this side. Maybe I don't need two of these. Let's see. Yeah, I do. At least until I get more stack inserter bonus. Okay, so how do I keep this going? There's no other way to get the iron in there. And when I saw a layout like this before, I remember that the belts, the circuits and the iron belts were woven like this. But yeah, there's no way to, you know, I've only got 3 spaces there and I need 4. Unless, let's see, how far can I get? No, that can't go any further than that. Yeah, because even if I go underground here, it won't be quite long enough to get across. That's as far as it'll go. Okay, so what if I don't put them that close? I could put more, I could put more beacons over here. Yes, I think we're onto something now. Alright, let me borrow a couple of these speed modules, fellas. Gotta work this out. Alright, I think we're onto something here. Alright. So we put more beacons in between. Like that. Now these have 10 sources, that has 10 sources, okay. And then eventually we'll put some, well, yeah, that's fine. And then these go here. Alright, gonna have to interrupt you there, buddy. Let's see here. Alright, so let's see. Well, no, I still... I still have a bit of a problem here. I still can't get around those things. Oh, yes, I can. Okay. All right. All right, how far away can these be? These can be up to this distance away and still get the benefit of these beacons, right? Okay. So, all right, so iron there, let's say. And circuits. I thought this was going to work. No, I'm still one short. Okay, how about that? And a splitter? Alright, let's try this. I might need more stack inserter bonus for this to really work. What do I have now? I've got 5 total, and yeah, I've got several more levels. Alright, so we can probably get the iron that we need if we have more stack inserter bonus. Alright, so let's try... Let's see if we can... Whoops. See if we can repeat this over here on this side. Okay. Iron. Yes. Please reach. No, and that doesn't reach. How in God's name do we do this? That only comes out to there. Two rows of beacons. That's getting a little... It's getting a little bit wasteful. There must be a better way to feed the copper. I just don't know how we could fit more copper in here. I mean, we could run a line through here to feed these two, but then how do we feed those? Without having a space here or a space here. Okay. Well, we'll have to finish this up next time. I'm going to mess around with this some more, and if I get really desperate, then I'll search for that layout that I saw that worked. I was trying to kind of reconstruct it myself, just so I can understand it better, but I'm really not making this work. All right. Well, to be continued. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.